Hello Internet, welcome back to another episode of Kirby Superstar Ultra. In the last episode, we got through pretty much half of the old tower, which is pretty impressive. This took me 2 hours on my first playthrough, so I guess experience does matter in this game. This time, we're going to be finishing up the old tower. We already defeated the boss, however, we actually need a Burning Leo. Please don't kill him. Alright. We actually need Fire Kirby for our first treasure of the day. We use these cannons. We can get rid of the Bronto birds, which will just sort of swarm the cannons. Be a general nuisance. This room. You will see these candles in the room that are fading like slowly over time. If you have fire, you can relight them. Or light any that are already put out. See that door there? It was already, that was shut. Got to the top of the room. Okay. I've forgotten this puzzle. Oh wait, nope. I went to the wrong room. This room is actually the harder one. We don't want to start with this one, trust me. Starting with that room is a bad idea. I don't care that Plasma Wisp is dying. I know it's a good ability, but I'm not really dying for it right now. So we got fire. I sort of wish I had gone more the route where I do more ability-focused videos. But yeah, that's how you get through the door. You light the candles in the room to the left. And that's how you can see the door in the background. You can find the sun ring, which is worth almost 1,000,000 gold. Be careful of the wind if you go down for this tomato. I do recommend going for it, just, like, be mindful there is strong wind. Brings us into this room that is now completely dark. Kinda creepy. And do not worry, that did not bring us back to the entrance. Just brought us outside. You will die if you keep falling and don't grab on this platform, but don't be too worried about it. I thought it took me back to the entrance on my test playthrough, so don't worry if you thought that. Okay, for this room, we not only do not want a partner, trust me, they will just get in the way. Although, they might actually be helpful, honestly. Honestly, in this room in particular, yeah, I'm gonna want a partner. Sorry for talking trash, Sir Kibble. Although I guess it was more talking trash about Burnin' Leo. So we want to hit this switch and just go. Our goal is to get in that door before that wall closes. Having a partner is good because, well, they'll kill enemies on the way up. We have Kabus, which can teleport, and Sir Kibbles, which have a ranged attack. That was much easier than it was on my test playthrough. Okay. Was I just having an off day when I was, like, when I was going for this originally? This is also worth almost $1,000,000, a model ship. That's not what it looked like, but okay. I don't know if I was just having an off day or what, but this is much easier than I remember. The old tower in general, honestly. I still stand by it having shitty design and being, like, overall the hardest area in the original Superstar. But the original Superstar, honestly, just, like, it had worse control over Kirby, which I'll talk about in a future video. I do plan on going over the original Superstar and everything that's in that isn't in this, or, I mean, that's not really a thing. This has everything Superstar had and improves on it all, but, yeah. Anyway, if we go through this door, we are back at the entrance. Don't panic. But there is one missing treasure. I did this intentionally. If you are following my route this way, the last treasure you will have to collect for the old tower is a very easy one. If the old tower was for you what it was for me on my test playthrough, I'm with you. I understand. It sucks. But leaving the easy treasure like this for last can generally be a very good way to sort of de-stress. To get the final treasure, Or the first treasure if you're following the order that's on the bottom screen for some reason. I want to go into this room. Be careful of the Gordos. Because they will start bouncing when you break that block. That part kind of sucks ass, but we can get the Star Tiara from here. And let them get stuck here and go out. Yeah, the Gordos can do a lot of damage, but even if you die in that room, you get sent back to the entrance, which is literally a room away from this room. I saved that one for last specifically because of how easy it was. And with that, that is 100% of the old tower. How did that take me 2 hours on my test playthrough, you may ask? I did the entire thing blind. Keep in mind, this is not a blind Let's Play. I did all of that with notes hinting to where all the treasures were, and I even gave myself a few just explicit descriptions for the old tower because of how frustrating it is. If you are going through this blind, which is very possible considering it's a Kirby game, how hard could it be? Or if you're a kid, you don't know how to fucking type on Google walkthrough. This is hard. But who cares, it's done now. Past is the past. Isn't that music kind of funny? I think it is. So, first treasure in here. We want to hit this to open this hole in the wall. The enemies respawn in the hole in the wall. So we get a gold watering can worth 200,000 G. And we can leave again and not press the switch. I want to get rid of my own ability and my partner. We can head through here. This treasure is a dick. I didn't know how to get this until looking at a walkthrough while doing my test playthrough. Get Ninja Kirby, do the dropkick. It is much easier than the way you can do it by using Jet. I don't know if it's even possible to get it by using Bird. As you can see, that only took me 3 attempts, and it only took me 1 on my test playthrough. It's not that hard to get this. But the game makes it seem way harder than it is. As our 47th treasure, the Katana. By far the second most expensive one in the game, as far as I know. 990,000 G. Why is the Katana more valuable than things like the Falchion, which is like a legendary sword in Fire Emblem as far as I know? Or the Seiryu sword, which sounds like it's probably important to some RPG? Who knows? And honestly, who cares? Maybe that Biospark is there to, like, hint that Ninja is the correct ability for that puzzle. I don't know. I never figured it out until looking at a walkthrough, though. I went 20 years of my life without knowing how to do that. We're gonna start in this room. This treasure sucks. You're supposed to be able to tell that you can go through that floor because it's slightly lighter colored and it has a waterfall. This was the last treasure I got on my test playthrough because of how jerkishly it's hidden. And you want to know the worst part? All it is a charm. It's only worth 8,000. Bruh. That's fucked up. Yeah, no, that is by far my least favorite thing in this game. That charm. Other than, like, the entire old tower, obviously. I want to get Jet Kirby, actually. First time I've ever said that, other than Dynablade. Because, objectively, destroying a bird using a jet is hilarious. Okay. So we want to use Jet to blow this fuse and get in the middle cannon. That will take us to this room. we want to hit this block, and this block. Not the bottom one. For that, we get a Christmas tree. How fitting, I am recording this on Christmas Eve. That's kind of dating the video, but who cares? We jump in this cannon. With good timing. I said with good timing, please. Me. It's a dud. That one won't ever do anything, it actually just deals damage. But if we get in the last one, which we can get to by blowing this bomb rock up, and then using Jet to go fast enough to get over to it before it goes off, we're in the maze. You can tell what areas of the wall you can go through by whether or not there are stars in the wall. We were only supposed to hit the right one. I literally have that written in my notes. Oh no, we might die. We might die. No thank you. Okay. The right one. Only the right one. That gets you Kong's Barrel, which is a reference to Donkey Kong. I don't think I really need to say what that one was a reference to. This room. Guard. Guard for dear life in this room. I get Ramia's scale. That sounds Zelda-y, but I don't know if it's a Zelda reference, so who knows. Guard for dear life. Guard. Biospark died to get us that, whatever that last treasure we got was. If we go through here, get this room. There's no treasure in here, but there is food, which is good. I need it badly. We'll save that tea. We don't need it right now. Or coffee. I guess it's probably coffee. At least it's probably like officially coffee in America, but it was meant to be tea in Japan. I say that as if they don't have coffee in Japan. I sound like a weeb. Okay. We need... honestly, probably plasma. That's the closest ability that would work for getting that ability. Not that ability, but that treasure. Let's head back through here. Charge up until we get a shield. And that didn't work. Okay, let's go find an ability that works. There are multiple abilities throughout this maze that you can get through the pedestals, so it's worth trying them all out. If one ability isn't solving a puzzle for you. Bird should work, though, because the wings do destroy blocks. Get out of the way, Plasma Wisp. It was this ability. You're right, Plasma Wisp, you're right. Okay, there we go. Bird was what we needed. If we go through here... shiny bamboo. That has to be a reference, right? Does bamboo shine in real life? I don't think it does. Or maybe it's bamboo that just has a 1 in 4,096 chance of having a different color. Who knows? So if we head up here next, we can go through this wall. And up here. Okay, this room. So, let's try this with Wheel Kirby. As Wheel Kirby, you cannot jump. You need to, like, go out of wheel form and then jump. Which is not a possible way to defeat this puzzle, or beat this puzzle, or complete this puzzle. However, with Wheelie Rider Kirby, you can jump. Meaning you have literally just enough frames that you could possibly complete this puzzle. There we go. That was much better. You can get a tire in here. Fitting. Wheelie Rider Kirby is much better if you're playing in multiplayer for a reason that I will show in the future. For now... that might be all the treasures in here. How many do we need before we leave? Notes. Okay. There is one more that we need. So if we head down here, there is a sleep pedestal for some reason. It's like the game, like there's no timers, like you don't die if you take too long in a level. Sleep is literally usually just there to give you something cute to look at while also simultaneously being annoying. This room. We have to use Parasol to get below here and get the Spirit Charm. It sounds cooler than the other charm, so it costs more, I guess. It doesn't cost more, but it's better. Those raining star blocks pretty much only appear in that room, but if you have Parasol, blocks won't spawn. So yeah, if we head to this room up here, there's no treasure. We can come down here for a bunch of goodies, including 2 1-ups. So even if you're at full health, it's still worth it. Although we're done with the old tower, so you probably won't need the 1-ups. Next up... we are now in the central room again. We are going to be heading to the rightmost door next. These blocks can only be broken using this cannon. And these things are very annoying in here. It's like the Bronto Birds earlier. Get this treasure. The Pegasus Wing, that is a Zelda item that makes it so Link can dash very fast. I think it first appeared in a Link to the Past. I think that came out after, or before Link's Awakening. I just cannot get this timing. Jesus! There we go. We head down here. Oh, I seem to remember having trouble with this one. Never mind. Never mind. It is just Bugsy. That is nothing we haven't dealt with before. I'm a little embarrassed that I took any damage here. Alright. And for beating Bugsy, we get the Raccoon Doll. I think that's another Zelda reference. That looks very similar to the Tanukis in Link's Awakening. Alright. Alright. Just had to catch up on my notes for a second. Sorry. Just trying to keep up. I just want to get through this 100% without having to backtrack. Who knows, maybe I'm cutting out all my, like, long pauses and then I'm just apologizing for nothing from your point of view. Who knows? Or maybe you're too nice and I'm apologizing for nothing anyway. That seems to be the common theme with people who watch my videos. They're just way too fucking nice. Okay. So we get this bomb rock. Or block. It's not a rock. And that was not at all necessary, but we got a bunch of free stuff, so who cares? Squishy just killed Wheelie. That's messed up. So we want to break this. Be careful, because bouncing Gordos still bounce underwater. Get a shell whistle. And some damage from Gordo. Damage courtesy of Gordo. Want to kill Sir Kibble, because we want to get Crash Kirby. This is never explained. But Crash also hits switches through walls. As a result, we can get the Orichalcum. Look at the last 3 letters. Alright. And then... that's all the treasure in this room. Alright, that's good. Because I don't have any more written down. Now we want to head through the center room. Don't want Frosty, but we want Sir Kibble. And cut the leftmost scale. Alright. I trust you, Notes. This is the leftmost one. We screwed ourselves out of a 1-up, but we can get below here now. And grab a platinum ring for 40,000 G. Alright, and we can't go up through that platform because that would just be too convenient. I'm gonna be honest, I want that 1-up, so I'll waste time to get it. Who cares? Treasure has slightly more priority than 1-ups, but 1-ups are nice too. I'm just breaking all these skills to make sure I don't miss anything. I know where the last treasure is, and it's not under any of these, but hey. If I didn't waste that time, I wouldn't have gotten that Maxim Tomato. Okay. Be careful of the springs in these rooms. They will send you right back up to the top. Also, if you crouch while like on the same tile as a spring, it will count as you using the spring. Alright. We head to the very bottom here. I'm gonna start floating. And then head back down. And that block will stay broken. Here we can get the last treasure of the game. The Triforce. Worth less than a katana. With that, that is all 60 treasures completed in Great Cave Offensive. Meaning, thank God we never have to visit the old tower again. Actually, no. You know what? I was gonna go into this last boss using ice, but we haven't really done enough with Bomb. I think we're gonna let Frosty be our partner here, and I'm gonna go with Bomb Kirby. Wham Bam Rock. So this design is entirely different from Wham Bam Rock's design in the original Kirby Superstar. For somewhat obvious reasons. Obvious if you ask me, as a worthless North American who's experienced censorship in Japanese media based on the exact same purpose over and over again for my entire life. Yeah. That was allowed. In the 90s. Insanity. Get used to that design, though. We will be seeing it again later. By the way, that design did come back with every re-release of Superstar Ultra. So I don't know why they actually bothered to redesign it if they're still fine with the original design of Wham Bam Rock. Okay, I'm losing more health than I'm actually comfortable with here, so I'm going to go ahead and spawn Poppy Bros Jr. and get Stone Kirby. We've used Rock enough to damage it. In fact, Rock did more damage, or Bomb did more damage than Rock will, so... And since he's, like, stuck in invincibility frames after getting hit by a bomb, I have never seen that attack where he brings the stones back to his hand. I've never seen that before. Huh. Neat. I thought he was going to let himself get blown up. That would have been kind of funny. Okay, Poppy Bros Jr., you are my partner for the end. Let's see it through. Look at Poppy Bros Jr.'s little sprite in the minecart. That's adorable. Oh, I always thought he was kind of a stupid partner, mostly just because I don't like Bomb as an ability. But that just made it all worth it. You can be my buddy for the end, sure. It was Rocky last time, this time it'll be you. Alright. Once you grab this, you are brought back to the entrance if you choose to continue Great Cave Offensive. Starting with this game, if your progress has been saved. So once you hit this Warp Star, you have technically beaten every boss in the game, and major bosses won't respawn, but you're still able to come back for any treasure you missed. But I didn't miss any. Woo! Finally. And we get a nice roll of all the treasures we've collected. So you may be asking yourself, well, what's the point of collecting all those treasures? That was a lot of pain if I played it blind. And yeah, it was. You're right. If you want to see the completion bonus, feel free to stick around for the credits until the very end. If you want to hint at what it'll be like, let's just say it harkens back to Super Mario Sunshine. Otherwise, if you don't care about the completion bonus and you were just here to see the end of Great Cave Offensive, too bad. There's something I want to show after it's done. So, yeah. Anyway. Great Cave Offensive is a game mode that has kind of grown on me. I didn't like it during my first Let's Play of this game, like 2 or 3 years ago now. But now that I'm playing through it here, and now that I've played through it on my test playthrough, and 100%ed it both times, I have to say, it's one of the better, games in Superstar. Not Superstar Ultra, we have much better here. But I feel like specifically with SNES Superstar, it feels weird to say it, but the worse control kind of adds to it. I don't know. It's weird, and I doubt anyone will agree, but yeah. I kind of like Great Cave Offensive now. Not enough to admit that the old tower doesn't have shit design, though. Hell no. I will never admit that. Anytime the credits want... Well, we see the final treasure now, so we know it's coming to an end. Total. 9,999,990 gold. It pisses me off that the last digit isn't a 9. Here's your completion bonus. With some bumpin' tunes. And we can now play Revenge of Meta Knight. So, next time on Kirby Superstar Ultra, well, Meta Knight wants revenge for something. Still don't know what. But maybe we'll talk about that in a future episode, who knows? See you guys then.